Hi, my name is Steve Bowler, and in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to be configuring RIP version 2 authentication, and I'm just going to be configuring RIP version 2 to show you how it uses its metric of hop count to find its best path through the network. So as you can see, we have two end routers here, router 0 that are advertising the 150 networks, and I have over here on the opposite side of the network router 7, which is advertising the 170 networks. And what I've done so far is I've configured all the interfaces already. So all we need to do now is go ahead and enable the RIP routing protocol on the routers. What we're going to do is we're going to start with router 7, and under global config to enable RIP we just go under router RIP, and then under here what we can do is we can, to advertise networks into the RIP routing protocol, use the network statement. So we put network, and then we're going to put our network here, which is we're going to advertise our loopbacks in first. So we're going to do 170.0.1.0. Actually, first, what I should do first is show you we're going to be running version 2 of RIP. Okay, version 2 will allow us to configure authentication between two RIP routers, two RIP neighbors. It will also allow us to use to advertise subnets, classless subnets into RIP, whereas before RIP was a classful routing protocol. In version 2 it is not. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put under here version 2, and then next we want to do no auto summary, so we're not summarizing our networks at the classful network boundary. And now what we can go ahead and do is configure our networks that we want to advertise into RIP. So here we're going to do network 170.0.1.0. We're also going to do 2.0. Also, what we need to do is we need to advertise the networks that are connected to our serial interface here and our fast Ethernet. So we want to go under here and do network 192.168.57.0, and then we want to do 192.168.27.0 as well, because that's our serial. Okay, router 7 is done, so we're going to move on down the line here to router 5. All we want to do in router 5 is advertise our networks that are attached to our two fast Ethernet interfaces. So under here we're going to go router RIP. We're going to do version 2, and then we're going to disable auto summarization. And then here we want to advertise our networks 192.168.57.0 and 192.168.45.0. As you can see here, the way I've designed the network, they're all the links between the routers are using the 192.168 subnet range. For instance, from router 1 to router 2, I have them on the /24, the 12 network, 1 to 2, 12, and then let's say from router 2 to 7, I have it on the 27 network. So it kind of makes it easy to figure out, alright, well this network here is 192.168.45. Okay, so that must be between router 4 and router 5. Okay, so now that that's done on router 5, if I do show IP protocols, so this is how you can determine what interfaces you're running RIP on, and what routing protocols you have running. So here we show routing protocols RIP. We have updates sent out every 30 seconds. Now we also see here we're routing for those two networks that we advertised into RIP using the network statement. Now if I do a show IP route, what you can see here now is you can see the capital R stands for RIP learned routes in our routing table, and you can see here right away we have the two loopback interface